Is it time to walk away? Here are some key signs that divorce might be the right choice for you. Before I get into this, I want to say I'm really sorry that you're going through this situation. I know divorce is really tough. I know that it's not an easy situation, an easy decision to make, but there are some key signs that would point you to the direction of potentially needing to file for divorce. What we typically see in these cases are issues with infidelity, things like a lack of physical intimacy in the relationship, or even just couples that have grown apart. If you've been married for a long time and you feel that you guys have grown and you're different people, and perhaps you're not the same people that you were when you first got married, and you're seeing those other issues, it may be time to start to speak to a divorce attorney and looking at your options. Thinking twice about a divorce, these might be some things to consider before ending your marriage. A lot of the time, people initiate proceedings for a dissolution of marriage based on temporary issues, things like a job relocation or losing a job. These are things that can be really impactful on you right now, but things you're going to get past. We see financial struggles, new financial struggles being a huge issue here. Someone incurring a bunch of medical debt and that leading to the financial tension in the relationship. If you're having these sort of temporary issues that we might be able to work through over time, perhaps it's time to look to other areas and not necessarily the divorce court. Of course, divorce is a very big step. It's a final step. You want to make sure you're ready for that before entering into divorce proceedings. Not yet ready to call it quits? Here are some alternative solutions to a divorce. The first thing I recommend every couple do before pursuing a divorce, talk to each other. Honest communication. If you guys can get on the same page with what the issues are, perhaps you guys can try to work on the issues that the other party is having. If you guys can try to work through these things together, you may end up never needing to talk to a divorce attorney. If talking to each other doesn't work, you may need to explore having a third party, a marriage counselor or a therapist come in and speak with you both. This can be really beneficial in situations where parties are considering a divorce, but they're not really wanting to make that step of separating from each other yet. And my hope is you may end up in a situation where you never need to call us. These are two things you need to know going into your divorce. The first and probably the biggest is having an idea of what's your end goal. What does your life look like in 2 years when this case is done? What does it look like 12 months down the road when you first get that divorce decree and you're a single person? Are you living in the same house you're living in now? Do you have the kids living with you half the time, or are they only with you every other weekend? I want you to think through what your life looks like after the divorce so that we can help guide you through that case in an appropriate manner. And on that note, the second thing you need to do prior to initiating your divorce proceedings is find a good, experienced attorney who's been through this process before and who can guide you to those end goals. Someone who can help navigate this process with you and help communicate with you so that you know exactly what you're getting into. If you're considering filing for divorce, reach out to a firm who has been through this process thousands of times. We'd love to hear about your story.